If you want to start investing with just $100, stay with this video until the end, because the final steps will help you avoid the most common beginner mistakes. A lot of people think investing is only for rich people, but that is simply not true anymore. In the United States, you can begin with a small amount, build confidence, and let time do more of the heavy lifting than money ever could at the start. The real advantage of starting with $100 is not that you will get rich instantly, but that you will learn how investing works before you commit larger sums. So let's walk through the process step by step in a simple way that any beginner can follow. First, decide what your goal is. Are you investing for retirement, for long-term growth, or just to get comfortable putting money into the market? Your goal matters because it will shape what you buy and how long you hold it. If you want your money to grow over many years, you will usually want to focus on patient, long-term investing instead of chasing quick gains. Second, make sure your basic finances are in good shape before you invest. That means paying your essential bills, avoiding high-interest debt as much as possible, and keeping a small emergency fund if you can. Investing is important, but it should not come before the money you need to survive next month. Third, choose a platform where you can invest. Many beginner-friendly investing apps in the US let you open an account with no minimum or a very small deposit. Look for a platform with low fees, a simple interface, and access to the kinds of investments you actually want to buy. You do not need a fancy setup to get started, just a reliable one. Fourth, open a brokerage account and complete the verification process. This usually takes basic personal information and sometimes a few minutes of waiting while your account is approved. Once the account is ready, transfer your $100 in. At this point, many beginners freeze because they are afraid of making the wrong choice, but that is exactly why the next step matters. Fifth, choose a simple investment, not a complicated one. For many beginners, a broad index fund, or ETF, can be a smart starting point because it gives you exposure to many companies at once. Instead of trying to guess the next winning stock, you are buying a small piece of the overall market. That can be a lot less stressful than picking individual companies when you are still learning. Sixth, decide whether you want to buy all at once or spread your purchase over time. If you are nervous, you can invest your $100 in smaller chunks instead of using it all immediately. This approach can make the process feel less intimidating and help you build a habit. Seventh, place your order carefully and double-check the details before confirming. Make sure you understand the price, any fees, and what you are actually buying. This may sound basic, but beginners often make mistakes because they click too fast or skip the fine print. Now here is the part that matters most over the long run. Keep investing consistently. $100 is a great start, but the real power comes when you keep adding a little more over time. Even small, regular contributions can grow into something meaningful because of compounding. Compounding means your money has the chance to earn returns, and then those returns can earn returns too. That is why time matters so much more than trying to time the market perfectly. Also, do not panic when prices move up and down. The market will always have days when it looks exciting and days when it looks scary. If you are investing for the long term, short-term noise should not control your decisions. The biggest mistake beginners make is quitting too early because they expect instant results. Investing is not a lottery ticket, and it is not supposed to feel like one. It is a system for slowly building wealth with discipline, patience, and consistency. So if you start with $100 today, remember the full process. Set a goal, get your finances in order, Choose a platform, open an account, buy something simple, and keep going. That is how small beginnings turn into real progress. And if you watched until the end, you now understand the most important truth about investing. You do not need a lot of money to begin. You just need a plan and the willingness to stay in the game.